Lucas Reed never expected to meet his future wife in the cereal aisle. But that morning, as his daughter Emily tugged at his shirt asking for marshmallow puffs, a woman in a crisp navy suit bent down, smiled, and said, "I think marshmallows are the secret to a happy life." That woman was Ava Hartwell, the youngest CEO in her company's history, a powerhouse in heels, and someone absolutely out of Lucas's league, or so he thought. But Ava didn't see him the way he saw himself. She saw a kind-eyed father tying his daughter's ponytail with the same tenderness most men saved for miracles. She saw a man who listened more than he spoke, a man who could make a child laugh even on the worst day. And Lucas? Lucas saw someone who deserved a love as gentle as sunlight. They fell fast and deep. Ava loved that Lucas worked as a mechanic from home, steady, simple, grounded. Lucas loved Ava's fierce heart, her stubborn loyalty, her willingness to read Emily bedtime stories even after 14-hour workdays. They married 2 years later. A fairy tale. A quiet one. A kind one. But every fairy tale has a shadow. The hook, the night everything changed. The breaking point came on a stormy Thursday evening. Ava arrived home pale and shaken. "Lucas, someone's been threatening me." Anonymous messages. Photos. "They know where I work, where I live, where Emily's school is." Lucas froze. His pulse thudded once, deep, heavy, like an old engine waking up. Ava expected panic. Maybe tears. Maybe denial. Instead, Lucas's voice dropped into a calm Ava had never heard before. "Where are the messages?" Not a tremble. Not a hesitation. As if the fear belonged to someone else. He took the phone gently, studied it, and then said something that shifted the air in the room. "Ava. I need to tell you something. Something I should have told you a long time ago." The truth he never wanted to reveal. Lucas Reed, the man Ava believed was a quiet, soft-spoken, small-town mechanic, had once been known by another identity. Captain Lucas Hale. Elite Recon Specialist. U.S. Joint Special Operations Command. Decorated. Discreet. Disappeared from public records after a classified mission went wrong. He had buried that life after Emily's mother died. He wanted to raise his daughter with peace, not ghosts. Ava's breath caught. You were military?" "Not just military," he admitted gently. "I led teams into situations most people never hear about. I walked away from it. For Emily. For the life I want with you." Ava didn't feel fear. She felt something else, an immense, overwhelming understanding. He hadn't lied. He had survived. The threat unfolds. The next day, the threat escalated. A company whistleblower Ava had exposed for fraud had hired someone to intimidate her. The police were slow, dismissive. Lucas? He moved with purpose that was almost frightening in its precision. He picked up Emily from school early. He checked windows, doors, cameras. He spoke to neighbors. He placed a reassuring hand on Ava's trembling shoulder every few minutes, as if grounding her back to safety. That night, when a black SUV appeared outside their house, Ava panicked. But Lucas stepped forward with the quiet strength of a man who knew exactly what was coming. He approached the SUV. Knocked once. And said in a voice Ava had never heard. "If you're here for trouble, you're in the wrong neighborhood. Go home. While you still can." The men inside weren't ready for someone like him. Not this calm. Not this certain. They left. Just like that. And Ava realized she'd married a man who could defend nations, yet chose to fix bikes in their garage so his daughter could draw on the floor beside him. The climax, the night Lucas showed true heroism. But the real turning point wasn't about the danger. It happened 3 days later, at Emily's school. A boy was crying near the playground. Other parents ignored him. Teachers were busy. Lucas knelt beside the child and asked softly, "Want to tell me what's wrong, buddy?" The boy sobbed that his parents were divorcing. He felt lost, unseen. Lucas pulled him into a gentle hug. "My little girl felt the same when we lost her mom," Lucas whispered. "But you're stronger than you know. And you're not alone. Not today." Ava watched from a distance, tears building in her eyes. This was the truth of the man she married. Not the soldier. Not the fighter. But the man who could soften a broken child's heart with kindness. His strength wasn't in his past. It was in his compassion. The resolution, love, revealed. Later that night, Ava curled against him and said softly, "I thought I married a simple man." Lucas smiled. "I am a simple man." "No," she whispered. "You're a hero who chose love over war. A warrior who chose to build a home, not destroy one." Lucas kissed her forehead. "Ava, the bravest thing I ever did wasn't surviving missions. It was letting myself love again." Ava held his hand. "And the bravest thing I ever did was loving a man who carries so much quietly." The uplifting ending. The threats disappeared once the fraud case became public. The SUV never returned. And Lucas? He went back to fixing cars, helping neighbors, coaching kids soccer, tying Emily's shoelaces and waking her up with pancake faces. But Ava knew the truth now. Her husband wasn't just a single dad with grease-stained hands. He was a protector. A healer. A man who had walked through shadows, and still chose kindness. And together, they built a life not defined by secrets or danger, but by the everyday acts of love that make a family strong. Because sometimes the greatest heroes are the ones who choose peace, even when the world once trained them for war.